Jones. Pro-life supporters were at the State House today to make their voices heard, advocating for a new fundraising project. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard starts us off tonight.
The pro-life movement in general has been viewed somewhat negatively by some people as what we're against. And really what we need to be focused on is what we are for.
Jennifer White is the executive director for Maine Right to Life. They held their annual Hands at the Capitol event on Monday to bring together pro-life people and organizations from throughout the state to talk about their priorities and launch a new fundraising effort to help pay for the cost of safe haven baby boxes throughout the state.
Some may wonder what a baby box is, and it really is just a secure, safe box that is attached to like a fire station, a police station, a medical building. People can leave their baby if they feel like they're unable to really take care of that baby, and that baby will be cared for and adopted.
Among the speakers was Anna Gary, a 19-year-old and chapter president for Turning Point USA of Kennebec County. She spoke about why she feels it's important for young people to speak up and get involved in politics.
Nowadays, Gen Z is being thrown under the bus as being one of the most trans generations, one of the most hopeless, most lost generations right now. It is really important for us to hear from those that are of my age, that are in Gen Z, that there is hope.
White says one of the pieces of legislation Maine Right to Life is standing against is LD 780, which would enshrine abortion and reproductive care in Maine's Constitution.
I think whenever you're going to add something to the Constitution, you have to be very careful, and adding abortion to our Constitution is just a terrible, terrible idea.
Because it's a constitutional amendment, it would need to be passed by a 2/3 majority in both the House and Senate before making its way to a ballot referendum. Gary hopes it won't make it that far.
I personally do not think it will make it to the ballot, so I don't think we will be voting on it. I believe it will get voted down. I may be wrong. I could be wrong, but that is where I stand at the moment.
At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The November 2024 election may still be 8 months away, but referendum questions are already in the process of getting approved for the ballot. One of those initiatives would seek to limit donations to super PACs, otherwise known as independent expenditure-only committees. Currently, super PACs are allowed to raise and spend unlimited amounts of money as long as there is no direct coordination with political candidates or parties. The referendum question proposes limiting donors to $5,000 annually to super PACs that spend money in Maine elections. The initiative has gathered enough voter signatures to qualify for the November ballot. Union leaders representing thousands of state workers are fighting for an option to work from home, arguing workers have a better work-life balance and are more productive when they work remotely. Owen Kingsley is learning why Augusta City leaders worry this could be bad for business.
MSEA Local 1989 represents 9,000 Maine state workers. Their current contract with the state requires them to be in the office at least 2 days a week, but the union claims that about half of them are capable of doing their jobs full-time remotely.
So you end up doing the same thing in the office that you would do at home.
Mark Brunton left his position at Maine DHHS when he became president of the union last year. He says during the COVID pandemic, they were told by their managers that productivity increased when they went remote and that many workers preferred staying home.
It's easier for them to transition from home life to work life.
Their current contract with the state ends July of next year, but conversations among union members are starting now about allowing more workers to go remote.
And the state has a terrible, a big recruitment and retention problem right now. And that is one factor that could make it more attractive.
Augusta City officials are worried about an unintended consequence.
The biggest concern is that if they're working remotely, they're not in the city of Augusta during the day.
My business is designed on foot traffic, so I guess there's a little hesitation, and a little bit of concern on what that might do to impact the downtown.
The state did not comment on this specific concern, but a spokesperson for the Department of Administrative and Financial Services says about 70% of state workers in Augusta do not work remotely. The other 30% work from home part-time. Fewer than 0.5% telework full-time.
And that was Owen Kingsley reporting. Penobscot Community Healthcare may have a new operator for the Hope House in Bangor. That's if state funding gets through the legislature. After years of skyrocketing costs and the end of COVID funds that helped bridge the $1 million gap, it was announced earlier this year that if PCHC couldn't find someone to operate the low barrier shelter, they would have to close. Recently, PCHC reached out to Preble Street, a nonprofit service center for the city of Portland's unhoused. The idea was that they could take the Hope House under their umbrella with their 2 other shelters. The operators of Preble Street say they are open to exploring the idea if the state will do their part to help financially support what has been a losing battle with deficits across the state in the millions of dollars.
The long-term funding for low barrier shelters is absolutely critical, and it doesn't exist right now. And so, obviously, Hope House closing is, as I said earlier, it would have a devastating impact on the community. And the only way for us to consider taking over operations is if there is a long-term sustainable path to funding.
Cameron goes on to say that if the state doesn't pass some legislation this year to help fund these shelters, there could be other facilities in danger of closing as well. In other news tonight, a piece of Millinocket's history was destroyed by fire yesterday. Crews were called to 181 Penobscot Avenue just after 7:30 a.m. Fire Chief Jonathan Cody says when they arrived, flames were shooting out of the former bank building. He says they had to battle high winds and rain, and it took hours to put those flames out.
We had 2 firefighters injured. They're all minor injuries. They were transported to the local hospital by our ambulance here at the fire station, and they were released later on in the day.
Locals say although the building had been unoccupied for years, the building did once serve as a bank and has been part of the downtown area for decades.
Now the historic building on Main Street that could have been renovated, lost. We're very fortunate that it didn't burn the municipal building or the Katahdin Valley Health Center. It's just a huge loss for downtown Millinocket once again.
While the town office did not burn, it was closed today while the damage done to it was assessed. Officials say the town office should be open as normal tomorrow. However, the bank building is a total loss, and the state fire marshal's office is investigating what may have started that fire. Well, and there is some big news for local fire departments across the state tonight. Senator Susan Collins announcing today that Congress has approved millions of dollars for Maine's first responders. As the vice chairman of the Senate Appropriations Committee, Collins says she secured almost $18.5 million to build 12 new fire stations and emergency services facilities throughout Maine. The money will come from both the 2024 Agriculture and Rural Development Appropriations Bill, as well as the Transportation, Housing, and Urban Development Appropriations Bill. Some of the communities that will benefit that are in our area include Caribou, Hancock, Springfield, and Randolph. Well, switching gears now, the name Andy Gove is synonymous with the town of Stonington. But after several coastal storms, the wharf bearing the late fisherman's name has become unusable and dangerous to walk on. Now the family is looking for help from the community Andy Gove often went the extra mile for when he was alive. Our Doug Banks shares the story.
I'm just glad he wasn't here to see it, because that would kill him.
Andy Gove's wharf has been woven into the fabric of the local fishing industry for generations.
Well, it's been there ever since we lived here, which I think was 1955.
Because of storm damage, this piece of history is in danger of being erased.
We've got it tied. There's a rope there with anchors on each end because we didn't want it to go out the ocean. We were going to have someone just give us an estimate and try to fix it, but it's become a lot more now than we expected.
Gove's grandson and Myrna's son Andrew recently started a GoFundMe to remove the barge and rebuild a small portion of the wharf. Called Rebuild Andy Gove's Wharf, the fundraiser has already garnered over $1,000.
That does make us feel better, and knowing that we got a lot of support.
Though he's been gone almost 4 years now, the Gove's legacy is everlasting, and so too is the love his community still feels for him.
I can't tell you how many people come out and said if it wasn't for your dad, I wouldn't be where I am. I had the best dad, for sure.
Now the family hopes his wharf will be everlasting too.
When things happen like this, you have to walk through it and just do the best you can, and we'll figure it out.
The link to their GoFundMe page will be available on our website, foxbangor.com. In Stonington, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, here's hoping they're able to raise the funds they need to fix that wharf. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and hit pause here. We'll take a peek outside and get a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Monday. The big narrative today, of course, is the gusty winds out there. We're having wind gusts near 40 to 50 miles per hour. Some power concerns across the area as well. This will continue tonight and through much of tomorrow. We'll keep the gusts going this evening and probably into about this time tomorrow night before finally dying down tomorrow evening into early parts of Wednesday. The advisories are posted. There's wind advisories in here as well. We're having power concerns, tree damage as well, with those 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts tonight through about midday tomorrow. All because this system here is right there and not moving much. Meanwhile, high pressure is trying to build in. You squeeze the air between the two and you get lots of wind. We're getting that out there right now into tonight. Pretty quiet then for tomorrow into Wednesday, followed by the chance for some more rain getting here over the weekend. Our forecast for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies and windy with low temperatures down near 30. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
All right, a nice mild overnight coming our way. Thank you so much, Jeff. And also still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the city of Bangor has initiated a new push on social media to attract visitors. And our Jody Hersey gives us an in-depth look at Northern Lights' Caring Calls program. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get a low $319 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
The hot, crispy filet o fish with soft steamed buns, tender, flaky fish, melty cheese, and tangy tartar sauce. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet.
Now at McDonald's, order a crispy, delicious Filet-O-Fish, a tender, juicy McCrispy or spicy McCrispy, 2 for only $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
The most compelling show on television is back.
He will do what is asked. There are many ways to lose your son.
Go ahead, see what happens.
The Cleaning Lady, all new Tuesday on Fox.
Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get a low $319 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Hi there, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll see how the city of Bangor is starting a new social media campaign to encourage folks to visit the area. Plus, we'll hear about the ballot question that intends to limit PAC money in the state. These stories plus any breaking news and that full forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome back. The city of Bangor is working on a social media campaign in an effort to bring more visitors to the area. Our Matthew Jarancic has the story.
We're in the age where social media is omnipresent in our everyday lives, whether it's for finding that perfect food spot, weekend activities, or destinations to visit. The City of Bangor and Chamber of Commerce are looking to take advantage of this, using its newest campaign to feature local resources and attractions in the area.
We know from research that over half of the people that plan their vacations, they do it online. So they're always looking for images and things that are going to excite them, to want them to go to a place. Maine has a lot of beautiful places, so we need to kind of set ourselves apart.
Bangor City Councilors approved the $48,000 social media campaign Tuesday. This is built into the city's current budget, with the money going towards finding an individual or group who will lead the campaign.
Whether you want to visit good old Paul, smile Paul, you're going to be on TV, or visit Stephen King's house. Yeah, we're in front of Stephen King's house.
The City of Bangor always has something for everyone. City officials say they're looking to attract people to the Queen City, and businesses say they're looking forward to this opportunity.
I think it's a great thing for the city, help bring people around and definitely liven the place up a bit.
I think it's an absolutely great thing. I love living in Bangor, Maine, and I think it's a good thing to get the word out about how amazing it is here.
Creek says the plan is to meet with stakeholders, hotels, and downtown Bangor businesses at the end of the tourism season to see how things went.
We're going to ask them those questions. How did this work for you? Did you see an increase? And that way we can formulate, what do we need to do for next year?
Creek says she expects the campaign to be operational this summer, likely around May or June. In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Northern Lights Caring Calls program is making a difference in the lives of Maine seniors. The program is run by volunteers who make daily phone calls to individuals in our state that are living alone. And as Jody Hersey tells us, one of those calls recently helped save a woman's life.
Leon at Caring Calls, how are you today?
Monday through Friday, volunteers with Northern Light EMMC's Caring Calls program check in on the well-being of Maine seniors living alone, seniors who are registered within the program.
Some of the people we call, they have family and whatever, but others don't, and so they really look forward to that human interaction.
We have a couple of clients that tell us every week, you're the only person I'm going to talk to all day.
The program has been in operation for over 40 years. Laura Lacasse is the hospital's community health coordinator, who oversees the volunteers that keep the phones ringing.
It's all volunteer run, so without them, this program would not exist.
Caring Calls recently experienced a situation where one of its participants, Marilyn King, didn't pick up her phone.
So when she couldn't be reached, they reached out to her daughter, who was her backup contact.
King stated, "I am really thankful for this program." Her daughter, Christina True, is just as appreciative, stating that her mom experienced a medical event that prohibited her from calling for help. That call from Caring Calls most likely saved her life, and for that we are forever grateful. Volunteer and former nurse Leon Bennett says he's just happy he was in the right place at the right time.
There again, knowing this client, usually she picks up on the first and second ring. And that's real rewarding to know that you've helped them.
Lacasse says this situation proves just how valuable the Caring Calls program is to the community.
This program is important, and not only for that socialization component, but we also help keep people safe.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Just a wonderful outreach program there. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, Senator Bob Menendez was back in court earlier today. We'll have a recap of today's developments. And the situation in the Red Sea is only heating up, with repeated bombing campaigns seemingly not dampening Houthi resolve to disrupt maritime traffic. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series, including the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. It's time to celebrate America. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 only at your New England Ford dealers.
A
tractor's a big piece of machinery, so you have to trust what your dealer's telling you is the right thing.
We're just trying to help you figure out what the best tool is to do the job that you've got in front of you.
United Ag and Turf customer experience has been great. I had to call the service department. I was able to get somebody come out. He even texted me later just to make sure everything was good the next day.
The sales process was very low pressure. We ended up with the tractor that we wanted. We've also ended up with the service that we needed.
We are United, your local John Deere dealer.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want?
This one.
Wow.
Recent college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. Toyota, let's go places.
When Ye Old General Store in Carmel wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Ye Old General has everything you ever need, whether it be fresh cooked meal, kerosene, wood pellets, pizza and fried food, or a drink after work. Ye Old General has you covered.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Little Miss Davis Sweets and Treats, a home-based business that specializes in homemade baked goods. I bake everything from mini cupcakes and cakes, including my giant cookies, cupcakes, and large gingerbread men. I also specialize in baking homemade fudge and brownies too. Everything I bake is made to order, so I do kindly ask for at least a 7-day pickup notice when placing your order. Little Miss Davis Sweets and Treats.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Senator Bob Menendez continues to deny wrongdoing in the bribery case against him and his wife. It's unclear whether he will run for office again in 2024. This, as the balance of power in Congress could be up for grabs this November. Fox's Kevin Cork has more.
Senator Bob Menendez back in court Monday. He'll be convicted soon. The New Jersey senator and his wife both pleaded not guilty to new charges they obstructed justice. The couple is under investigation for allegedly accepting bribes, including gold bars, cash, and a Mercedes-Benz in exchange for political favors. The debacle raising questions as Democrats gear up to hold on to their Senate majority in 2024.
Are you running again?
Senator, will you resign from Congress? Menendez telling Fox he's not ruling out running for re-election, adding he wouldn't announce his decision in a courtroom. He has been forced to step down from his role as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee after he was indicted for allegedly using his position to benefit the Egyptian government. Prosecutors say Menendez conspired with his wife and one of his co-defendants, Wael Hanna, to secretly aid the foreign government.
We believe we'll be totally vindicated. Let me say in particular that the allegations against him with regard to serving the government of Egypt somehow are completely without legal and factual basis.
The senator's trial is slated to begin on the 6th of May. One of his co-defendants, who has pleaded guilty, has also agreed to testify in this case. In Washington, I'm Kevin Cork, Fox News.
President Biden's new budget request seeks $850 billion for defense. This comes as American forces fought off a major assault by Houthi rebels over the weekend. Those rebels, which are supported by Iran, continue to go after ships in the Red Sea despite Biden administration warnings. Fox's chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has more from the Pentagon.
The U.S. Navy defeated a large-scale attack by Iranian-backed Houthis in the Red Sea this weekend, the largest single attack to date. U.S. warships shot down at least 28 drones in just 4 hours. Days earlier, the Houthis fired an anti-ship ballistic missile at the MV True Confidence, a commercial bulk carrier, killing 3 sailors. CENTCOM Commander General Eric Kurilla, just back from the region, told Congress Iran is not second-guessing backing proxies.
Iran is undeterred in support to the Houthis. They are undeterred in their support to
Hezbollah, their support to Hamas.
Each SM-2 missile fired costs more than $2 million apiece to shoot down drones that cost a few $1,000s.
I would love to have the Navy produce more directed energy that can shoot down a drone so I don't have to use an expensive missile to shoot it down. But what's worse than not having that expensive missile shoot it down is hitting that $2 billion ship with 300 sailors on it.
Also in the region, U.S. military transport planes continued aid drops over Gaza this weekend, dropping 27,600 meals and nearly 26,000 bottles of water today. On Saturday, U.S. Army vessel General Frank S. Besson departed Norfolk, Virginia, carrying the first equipment to establish a temporary pier in Gaza after President Biden announced the plan during his State of the Union address. There are 2 Israeli ports north of Gaza, but Israel controls the checkpoints. The Pentagon has not explained how it plans to provide security and safe distribution without putting U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza, something U.S. officials say they will not do. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
Well, new reports of arrests for violent crimes are escalating. Today, the director of the FBI was grilled on that very subject during the Senate's annual Worldwide Threat Assessment hearing. Fox's Jillian Turner has details from the State Department.
There is a network we're concerned about that has facilitators involved in it that have ties to ISIS and other terrorist organizations.
Correct.
FBI Director Chris Wray is acknowledging for the first time sensitive intelligence concerns about terrorist ties to human smuggling operations at the border.
Can you tell the American people with any certainty that there are 0 people on the terrorist watch list that were among that 1.8 million gotaways?
We don't know what we're dealing with in that particular context.
Mexican cartels and Chinese manufacturers are now working hand in glove to get deadly narcotics into the U.S.
The vast majority of the fentanyl that's killing Americans is, of course, coming from Mexico, and the vast majority of the precursors for that fentanyl is coming from China.
But drugs are hardly the only national security threat China poses. Its ties to TikTok are now a top-tier concern.
Donald Trump was right years ago when he pointed out the enormous national security concerns around TikTok.
That kind of influence operation, or the different kinds of influence operations you're describing, are extraordinarily difficult to detect, which is part of what makes the national security concerns represented by TikTok so significant.
The Director of National Intelligence warns China is now amping up its collaboration with other U.S. adversaries.
Another critical intersection we are monitoring is the relationship between government of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran, which is evolving as these 4 countries expand collaboration.
This year, 60 different countries will go to the polls to elect their leadership, and Senator Warner says there are deep concerns Russia will try to meddle in our presidential election, given Putin is more incentivized over the stakes for his war in Ukraine than ever before. At the State Department, Jillian Turner, Fox News.
Well, tensions continue to escalate between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as the death toll in Gaza rises. Fox's Trey Yingst is in Tel Aviv with the latest.
Inside Gaza, the start of Ramadan saw planes airdropping more humanitarian aid Monday, as the UN chief marked the start of the Muslim holy holiday, urging for a truce in the Gaza Strip.
My strongest appeal today is to honor the spirit of Ramadan by silencing the guns.
President Biden also marked the moment, recognizing in a statement Ramadan comes at a moment of immense pain for many Muslim Americans, while separately delivering a message to his Israeli counterpart, Benjamin Netanyahu, that he must pay more attention to the innocent lives being lost as a consequence of the actions taken.
He's hurting, in my view, he's hurting Israel more than helping Israel by making the rest of the world, it's contrary to what Israel stands for. And I think it's a big mistake.
The president's remarks come after a hot mic moment following the State of the Union. President Biden saying he would soon have a, quote, come to Jesus meeting with the Israeli prime minister, adding over the weekend an invasion of Gaza's Rafah would be a, quote, red line.
I'm telling you that we're not getting off the gas. We're going to defeat Hamas. We're going to do what is necessary to minimize civilian casualties, do the humanitarian aid, something that we believe in, but we have to destroy this terrorist Nazi army. Otherwise, there's no future for anyone in the Middle East.
If Israel does invade Rafah, President Biden did not indicate what would happen, but said Israel has the right to defend itself. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Congress is taking another stab at banning TikTok or forcing their owner to sell. We've also got highlights from Maine women's basketball's America East semifinal matchup tonight, plus post-game reactions. We'll be right back.
Benjamin Franklin is missing. The mob is after a missing person.
This guy is a maniac. Alert Missing Persons Unit, all new Tuesday at 9 on Fox. Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. We'll deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. 2, there's no upfront cost. Read the result. Just listen to this.
I called the twos after my accident, and Lowry & Associates got me $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
In a matter of days, Congress could vote to force TikTok to separate from its Chinese parent company or ban the app in the U.S. The move is sparking strong feelings on both sides of that issue, and Fox's Connor Hansen has more from New York.
Millions of Americans who use TikTok are watching closely while Congress fast-tracks a bill that could cut them off from the popular app. After a classified briefing, a House committee voted unanimously to pass the bill. With a rare level of bipartisan support, the bill would remove TikTok from app stores in the U.S. if it is not divested from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance.
The CCP is using TikTok as a spyware tool on Americans. They're weaponizing our kids. They have spread misinformation.
President Biden says he supports it.
If they pass it, I'll sign it.
But not everyone is sold on the move. While top Republicans in Congress back the bill, former President Trump says banning TikTok would anger young people and help Facebook grow stronger. Last week, lawmakers were inundated with calls from concerned users after they were prompted by the app to contact their representatives. That angered the top 2 committee members who wrote Monday to TikTok CEO demanding that, quote, TikTok stop spreading false claims in its campaign to manipulate and mobilize American citizens on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. Still, some are worried the bill could set a dangerous precedent.
There are real privacy concerns. There are real security concerns. The question is there a way to meet those without banning a whole platform that millions of people like using?
The House could vote on the bill as soon as Wednesday. TikTok has denied that it shares data with the Chinese government or works on its behalf. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Well, NASA is asking for tens of billions of dollars to send astronauts to the moon again and then to Mars. The agency is unveiling its ask for funding from Congress as it pushes forward with its plans to explore our solar system. Fox's Rich Edson is in Washington with that story.
NASA is shooting for the moon and beyond. The agency Monday unveiled its budget proposal for the upcoming fiscal year.
Our direction is the same as always. Onward and upward.
NASA is proposing to invest heavily in its ongoing Artemis mission. The goal is to explore the moon and eventually send humans to Mars. The crewed mission around the moon is scheduled for September 2025. And then the next year, NASA says it hopes astronauts will land on the lunar southern pole, where no humans have gone before. The mission will also make history, sending the first woman and the first person of color to the moon's surface.
We're working for a blueprint for responsible, sustained human presence throughout the solar system. That's just amazing.
The agency is asking Congress for almost $25.4 billion in the upcoming fiscal year to get these projects off the ground. NASA says its missions support job growth at home, giving contracts to small businesses, plus inspiring young people to study STEM. NASA also carries out research on natural resources and earth science.
We will continue to do everything in our power to fight for NASA, to fight to increase our funding.
NASA says it'll also keep funding the International Space Station's operations, but the station is scheduled to retire in 2030. The agency is looking to transition to using private space stations. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
And coming up, we have Jeff back with our full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
The gusty winds out there now will lead to more power concerns tonight and through tomorrow, but then some changes are on the way. Details on that when I come back.
CEM DP Porter Contractors has been in business for over 40 years in the Bangor area. We specialize in commercial, medical, and residential design build construction, as well as building maintenance and renovations. CEM DP Porter Contractors is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions, including carpenters and a project manager superintendent. We offer vacation, holidays, a 3% IRA match, competitive pay, and a family-oriented environment. If interested in applying, please contact Jason at 848-7486.
This spring is the perfect time to get away with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai model. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now before these deals are gone. Lease an all-wheel drive Palisade SEL for only $349 a month, or step up and get a limited with $1,500 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
The Orono Arcade is an ideal birthday party destination. We have the best arcade video games, including Tomb Raider, Halo, Need for Speed, Mario Kart, and Luigi's Mansion. You are guaranteed to have hours of fun. Plus, we also have a 9-hole blacklight mini golf course that changes weekly. Allow us to provide hours of fun for you and your friends. You bring the cake, we'll provide the entertainment. Call us today to schedule your birthday party event, 889-3166.
I cried when a mammogram showed a lump that turned out to be breast cancer. I almost skipped that mammogram because of my workload, but it may have saved my life.
If you're a woman between the ages of 50 and 74, talk to your provider about being screened for breast cancer.
After treatment and surgery last fall, I'm so relieved to be cancer-free now.
Watch for changes in your breasts and learn more about breast cancer screening at screenmaine.org.
We turning it up to 11.
It's nonstop Masked Mania. All new Masked Singer, Wednesdays on Fox.
All right, let's start here. The wind today was the big narrative, of course, with wind gusts near 40 to 50 miles per hour. Right now, sustained out of the west-northwest near 20. But again, it's going to fluctuate tonight and through about midday tomorrow. We'll keep those gusts around through probably tomorrow evening. Walking you through it, so tonight, gusts of 30 to 40, a couple gusts near 50, and that will begin to die down slowly throughout the day tomorrow. But it's going to be a very windy day again tomorrow into tomorrow night. And finally, less windy on Wednesday as as the big low kind of pulls away from our area. Okay, the advisories are posted. In here are wind advisories for winds approaching 40 to 50 miles per hour. In there is Millinocket and Greenville. But overall, this will begin to get better tomorrow. Also a gale warning in here, too, for wave heights out here approaching 18 feet into the bays through tomorrow afternoon. All right, so high temperatures today, 41 Millinocket, Bangor, and Bar Harbor. That's still above average, but still we're going to work on that as warmer temperatures are in the forecast as we're building lots of heat across the plains again today. We're not going to do 70s, but 50s not out of the question for us this week as warmer temperatures are on the move. The really cold stuff now is retreated north of Hudson Bay and will likely stay there for a while as nothing really cold's coming our way anytime soon. But there are somewhat cooler temperatures, so this is a flip, right? Right now, above average temperatures across much of the country. This is for later in March, right? 18th through 24th or so. We're going to flip the script here a bit and have somewhat cooler temperatures on the way. That does include us. So again, by this time, though, the average high temperature is close to 40-ish. We'll likely be close to that probably through the end of March. All right, so for today, here's the big low. Spinning up here brought us lots of rain showers and snow showers over the weekend. It is beginning to pull away, but very slowly. Meanwhile, high pressure is trying to build in. When you get the air between them, you get to squeeze that air. That's giving us all that wind across the area today. But high pressure will eventually win with nicer weather getting here tomorrow, but more so on Wednesday ahead of our next weather system over here. That's likely going to bring us some rain showers this weekend, and that rain can be locally heavy once again. So tonight, lots of wind out there, some cloud cover as well. Tomorrow, a nice day, but still windy with that kind of cloud line right across the region. Tomorrow night looking pretty good. Here's Wednesday morning. Don't forget your sunglasses on Wednesday. A pretty nice day across our area. But then getting into Thursday, increasing clouds, maybe a sprinkle. A much better chance for rain gets in here later on Saturday into Sunday, and that could come with a little bit of light snow in there as well. It's not going to be a lot of rain, though. We're probably talking about a ½ inch of rainfall this weekend, so not a big storm at all. But overall, there is more rain, and there could be a bit of snow in the forecast for us, probably later Friday into Saturday. Our forecast, though, for tonight, we're talking about lots of wind out there, some sunshine back in the forecast for us tomorrow, followed by rain chances go up Friday into Saturday. Our forecasts are looking at mostly cloudy skies and windy, low temperatures down near 29. For tomorrow, still windy, lots of sunshine, highs near 45 tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast will include warmer temperatures on Wednesday, lots of sunshine, 53, near 50 on Thursday. There's that good chance for rain on Friday afternoon. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thank you so much. We've got sports coming up next. Keep it right here.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Animal Control has arrived.
Sir, you can't park that here. We're with the city, Fashion Police. We got a call regarding your pants.
With a herd of special guests, including horses, chickens, and
Lady Monkeyton.
Plus felines and canines.
Pause where I can see them.
And this little guy.
I need you to take a step back. I can feel your breath on my nipples.
And if you've missed any episodes, watch them now on Hulu.
Hi. Yeah, you can come on over.
All new episodes of Animal Control, Wednesdays on Fox. Next day, Hulu.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with Maine women's basketball. The top-seeded Black Bears facing off against 5th seed Binghamton in the America East semifinals Monday night. A spot in the conference title game on the line. To the pit we go. Sorry, that is the Bruins game, but we will we'll get to that game a little bit later. A little cliffhanger for you. Let's go to the pit now for the America East semifinal matchup between Maine and Binghamton. Okay, we'll try to get you that game later. We apologize for that. Let's move on to the next thing we have here, and that is Maine hockey. I'm sorry, Patriots. The New England Patriots making a bunch of roster moves on Sunday and Monday with the league's tampering period kicking off. The off-season in full swing, sorry folks, and the Pats are making move after move. Let's take a look. Starting with Sunday, the Pats agreeing to trade quarterback Mac Jones to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 6th-round draft pick. Jones, who was selected 15th overall back in 2021, had a very good rookie season with the Pats. Unfortunately, his stats and stock dropped the past 2 seasons. He'll now get a chance to go to his hometown team and pair up with Trevor Lawrence. Also Sunday, the Pats agreeing on a new 3-year deal with veteran wide receiver Kendrick Bourne. Bourne, who has shown flashes since coming to the Patriots back in 2021, is coming back from a torn ACL he suffered back in October, but he's reportedly ahead of schedule and should be ready to go by training camp. On Monday, the Patriots agreeing to a 3-year deal with veteran free agent running back Antonio Gibson. He is expected to be a complimentary back to Ramondre Stevenson. The 25-year-old Speedy Gibson spent his first 3 seasons in Washington, and the team is also releasing veteran receiver Devontae Parker. The often injured Parker had just 64 catches in 2 seasons with the Patriots, and the Patriots are also signing veteran quarterback Jacoby Brissett Monday. The well-traveled backup was drafted by the Pats back in 2016. With the addition of Brissett, the Pats seem destined to draft a young quarterback, and finally the team re-signing offensive guard Mike Onwenu to a 3-year, $57 million deal. Some of that footage was out of order, and we apologize for that. Okay, now to Maine hockey we go. The now 8th-ranked team in the nation, clinching 3rd place in Hockey East and likely an NCAA berth with their weekend sweep of UMass. And Monday, another honor coming their way. Freshman goalie Albin Boya winning Hockey East Rookie of the Week. The Sweden native stopped 60 shots across the 2 games against the Minutemen with a 93.8 save percentage. This continues his stellar debut season, taking the goalie 1 spot from Victor Osman and allowing 2 goals a game across 16 games. Okay, now let's go to some UMaine softball. Black Bears wrapping up their 5-game stretch at this Colorado State Invitational Monday morning against Idaho State. Let's see how that went. Maine falling 9-5 to the Bengals. Black Bears with 8 hits, Bengals with 10. Lizzie Tomasini, the winning pitcher with 5 innings, 5 earned runs, and 4 Ks. Maine's Kaylee Thomas, the loss, with 6 earned runs in 1/3 inning. And the Black Bears' Anna Margaitis brought home 2 RBIs. The Black Bears will play a doubleheader next on Tuesday against Nebraska and Northern Colorado at Nebraska. First game starts at 3:30 p.m. And now to the Boston Bruins. The Bruins playing the St. Louis Blues at home Monday night and looking for their first 3-game regulation win streak since late January. Well, it didn't start out too good. 1-0 in the first period, and on a 5-on-3, Pavel Bushnevich gets Robert Thomas for the one-timer, and it goes in 2-0. Second period now. The Blues, Matt Kessel sends it down. Kasperi Kapanen corrals it and centers it to Kevin Hayes, and a Boston native scores. It's 3-0. Later, Hayes looking for his second goal. It goes off the post, but Brandon Saad is going to clean this one up. Watch this right here at the right place at the right time. It's 4-0 after 2. Third period now. Bruins Pavel Zacha sends it around the boards. He's going to find Kevin Shattenkirk finds it, and now to David Pasternak. He snipes one to make it 4-1. But no 2013 Game 7 on this night. Blues go on to win 5-1. Okay, now let's go back to Maine women's basketball. The Black Bears facing off against Binghamton, the 5 seed in the America East tournament. The top-seeded Black Bears looking to get back to the conference tournament final. Here we go. It was quiet for a good part of the game in the pit because the Bearcats came to play. Third quarter, this is Jaden Welts. Little step back, and her left wing 3 is good. Binghamton up 5 after 3. Fourth quarter, Binghamton's Denai Bowman, a sweet spin move as she gets into the paint. She's fouled and gets it to go. Bearcats up 7. But here come the Black Bears, down 8. Olivia Rockwood nails her second of back-to-back threes. Now they're down 3 with under 6 minutes left. Ann Simon brings it down, pulls up, 3 in your face, and we're tied at 61. Then it's Adriana Smith underneath. What a ball fake as she goes the other way and off glass for the lead, and they would hold that lead till the end. Maine, a thrilling comeback to win 64-58. They are conference finalists.
We know Liv's not going to keep shooting threes and miss them, and not going to keep missing them. Like, we have that confidence, and I think that made a big difference for us.
We know it's going to be hard. It doesn't matter who we play. It's going to be a battle, just like today was, just like whenever we played Friday. But to have an opportunity is all you can ask for, and we have an opportunity, and I know they're going to give everything they have.
Congratulations to them. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. Woo! Whoa.
Oh, hey.
What are we, Steve?
Winners.
I love you.
Right now, you could get affordable 4.75% financing for 60 months on a fun-to-drive Corolla sedan, which could save you up to $1,600.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
So some people say when it comes to my Ford SUV, I'm a bit of a control freak. What's wrong with that? Who doesn't want better command of the road? Who can't handle saving a little more on gas? Why wouldn't I want to just turn a knob when the weather changes? Like it's ever the same. Ford SUVs put me where I want to be, in control. Who doesn't want that? Now get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on Ford Bronco Sport and Escape, only at your New England Ford dealers.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Well, in case you haven't heard all the buzz, the 2024 Oscars in Hollywood honored films of the past year with one of the biggest movies having a very big night. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has a recap.
The premiere's predictions, red carpets, Barbenheimer box office. It all led to the 2024 Oscars. Here are highlights of Hollywood's biggest night.
Oppenheimer.
Christopher Nolan's epic-scale biopic Oppenheimer swept the show with 7 wins total, including Best Picture. Nolan won his first Best Director Oscar. Cillian Murphy received Best Actor in a leading role. Robert Downey Jr. took the Actor in a Supporting Role trophy.
Oh boy, this is really overwhelming.
Poor Things star Emma Stone won Best Actress in a leading role.
For so long, I've always wanted to be different. And now I realize I just need to be myself.
The Holdovers' Da'Vine Joy Randolph capped off her award season winning streak with Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Jimmy Kimmel, hosted for a fourth time with jokes about nominees, addressed a bad review from former President Donald Trump on social media. And in one particularly memorable moment,
costumes, they are so important.
He brought out John Cena wearing an envelope to present costume design. Poor Things won that, as well as production design and makeup and hairstyling. Best Original Screenplay went to Anatomy of a Fall, and Adapted Screenplay to American Fiction. Best International Feature Film went to The Zone of Interest. Music of the movies center stage included Scott George and the Osage Singers, Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell with the now Oscar-winning Barbie tune What Was I Made For? Plus, Ryan Gosling, Mark Ronson, and Slash rocked out I'm Just Ken. Their Kenergy and audience sing-along, part of a show which wrapped a long award season celebrating the past year in movies. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
I think we certainly enjoyed all the Kenergy. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Ashley. There's no denying everyday tasks get a little more difficult as we age, but a new business in Bangor is looking to help Mainers improve their lives by improving their balance. The Physical Therapy and Balance Centers Clinic opened its doors this month at Bangor Mall Boulevard. The clinic uses an array of equipment to help clients address dizziness, balance, and neurological issues. The center also offers an orthopedic rehab program, and those looking to benefit from the clinic can get a referral from their doctor or make an appointment themselves.
You know, in a setting like this where they are safe, they can work on their balance in a safe manner, and it will translate over into their environments.
People who are older and slip in the shower, have on the stairs, you know, stuff like that. That's your balance. That's not just you being klutzy. That's your balance, and you can do something about it.
Well, the owners of Physical Therapy and Balance Centers say they plan to open facilities in Ellsworth and Belfast in the near future. And finally tonight, an injured bobcat that drew attention on social media is getting treatment right now at a wildlife center in southern Maine. On Saturday, Gorham police got reports that a car had hit a bobcat. The town's animal control officer responded and reached out to the Saco River Wildlife Center, which took the cat in. This beautiful 15-pound female suffered a broken tibia in her back leg and some bruising as well.
The good news is while she's in our care right now, she is on medication that helps her with the pain, and she's being made to feel really comfortable. So she's not out on the side of the road. So even, you know, whatever happens in the future, right now she's being made to feel very comfortable.
The Wildlife Center says it will do x-rays Tuesday to see if she has any further injuries. And if you'd like to donate to the Bobcats Recovery Care or to the Wildlife Center in general, there is a link on our website, foxbangor.com. Wishing a speedy recovery to that bobcat. All right, well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 6:30 and 10. Good night, everybody.